Adventures in Odyssey and other stories that were very popular on Christian radio and very enjoyable are also children of Pilgrim's Progress. Like I've said in these other shorts so far, is that the artist often puts his hand to the work rather than naturally removing his ego to seek God's will in all things. These people had schedules and budgets, and putting out a radio show every night is not a great way to be circumspect in your actions and your writing. So in things like Adventures in Odyssey and other similar radio programs, you would have, and I'm talking specifically about the radio program, I've not seen the cartoon or other shows about that, you'd have moments where the morality feels off. My brother, when he was alive, was very much into that sort of culture. He was autistic and had a great eye for that kind of detail. He would watch them and he'd go, "Dad, they forgave this guy for burning down the fire department." It was something like that. It was like this kid performed arson and, they're just letting him off with well, I guess, you really learned your lesson about, I guess you really learned your lesson about arson. And it always struck him as very strange. And, the people broadcasting it had no control over it. It was some third-party company that was, providing this to these radio stations. But then, you have these people who would be like, you just forgave the kid who performed arson? You just, you lied and it caused a car accident. Why are you getting off scot-free about this? There was a spiritual sort of there was a disconnect between the spiritual and physical punishments. Just because somebody repented doesn't mean that they get out of the temporal punishment of, whatever heinous act that they performed. And while the showrunners wanted to show something like, the forgiveness of people, forgiving, 7 times, or, even this sort of thing should be forgiven by people, what they lost is the physical reality of the world around them. In other words, they became things of pure spirit, but the sins that were being performed were in the physical world. So without punishment of physical and spiritual, they lost the moral.